Hello everybody and welcome back to Dr. Ghost Games. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I am Dr. Ghost and I make content for the game World of Warships Legends. I thank you all for stopping by. And yeah, today we're going to be taking a look and doing a review and gameplay of the Tier 7 Premium American Destroyer, the Somers. So without further ado, let's take a look. We are going to check out our upgrades and loadout. We have Aiming Systems Modification 1, Propulsion Modification 2, we have Concealment System Modification 1, and we have Gunfire Control System Modification 2. We have High Explosive, Armor Piercing, Torpedoes, which are quite good. The Damage Control Party, Unlimited, of course. This typical smoke engine boost that most of the American destroyers come with. We have the Independence Day 21 flag. It looks cool to me. And, yeah, the Type 9 camo, of course, that the ship comes with. We have, on our build, we have 20,650 hit points and 3 through 20 millimeters of armor. We have 8 127mm Mark 22 guns. They shoot out to 11.5 kilometers. We've got a 5.2 second reload, 12.2 second 180-degree turn time. Maximum HE shell damage is 1,800, 5% chance to set a fire. And we have a 2,100 maximum AP shell damage. So, yeah, these guns are quite good. So, yeah, look forward to the gameplay coming up here shortly. And, of course, we have great torpedoes. The best American torpedoes, I believe, in the game. Other than gearing, maybe. But, yeah, 17,900 maximum damage, 12-kilometer range. The speed is not so good, but it's all right. And, of course, the reload time is absolutely abysmal. Keep in mind, I am not a torpedo build. I am a gunboat build Somers, so my torpedoes will not be good. I'm not even going to worry about showing the AA. AA is 11. It's horrible. I just turned my AA off in the gameplay. You guys will see why. Maneuverability, it's actually quite good. 37 knots. It's pretty fast. Turning circles, of course, pretty good. And the rudder shift is quite good as well. We have 5.6 concealment, 3.1 detectability by air, 2 kilometers guaranteed, and of course, 2.6 while firing in a smoke screen. So, yeah, quite good concealment overall. Now, our armor, we have basically the blue there is all 20 millimeters, and everything else above that is yeah, very weak, about 13 millimeters. We have extended smoke, broad launch, guns aplenty, a destroyer flotilla leader, equipped with 8 guns that had the largest number of torpedoes per salvo among all of the U.S. ships in the U.S. Navy. So, yeah, quite a special destroyer. Let's take a look at the commander. We have Vincent Mordoff. It says Miss Santa here. I just have the guys on, but it is Vincent Mordoff. I run William Sims as an inspiration for the extra HP. Eric Bay for the extra concealment, which does help out quite a bit. I've got, of course, Waste Not, Observant Range, Look at Me Now, Perceptive. We've got a unique ability here, Sheltered Arms and Leviathan, Legendary 2, Rank 15 Captain. And yeah, I will see you all over in the gameplay. Enjoy the rest of the video. Alrighty, so welcome to the gameplay. We are, of course, going to be in the Somers. We're going to be on Northern Waters. It is going to be a domination mode. We are going to be up-tiered, unfortunately. Now, I'm not going to lie with you guys. This ship is kind of tricky. I've been having a little bit of problems getting a good game for you guys, but this is the best one I've got so far. Yeah, I hope y'all do enjoy it. Now, I'm going to put a little quick disclaimer. We are going to lose this match. Unfortunately, you cannot win them all, guys, but I'm going to show off what this ship is capable of and just showing off how I play my destroyers and how I play mainly my American destroyers. And yes, I would probably say the Somers is probably better off with a torpedo build, maybe, because I'm noticing now that the gun reload is 5 seconds, even with a full-on gunboat build. And that just really kind of struggles in these kind of matches, especially when you've got Kleberts and stuff rolling around. Now, of course, I'm sure some of you guys who are watching this video has seen some of my Fletcher videos, and as you guys are aware, the Fletcher has 5 5-inch guns, the same exact caliber as the Somers here. Now, the difference between the Fletcher and the Somers is the Fletcher has a 2.4 second reload, on my build anyway, which is absolutely crazy. That's 5 guns every 2 seconds. Now, the Somers has 8 guns, but it has a 5-second reload, so it's got a worse reload, but it has a lot more guns. So I'm trying to figure out if the Fletcher is better in a gunfight versus the Somers? And I'm going to quickly say probably yes. The Fletcher will probably out DPM the Somers because of the fact that it has a much better reload by 3 seconds. Now, it's only 3 seconds, but 3 seconds is a lot of time when you're in a gunfight with another destroyer. That's a lot of salvos. That's nearly, 10 shots every 6 seconds. So I can get 10 shots almost off in a Somers reload. So you got to keep in mind the Fletcher will do a lot better than the Somers, but do not sneeze on the Somers guns, guys. They still are fantastic. It's just you will struggle against other destroyers at times, and you guys are going to see plenty of that later on. Now, we are sonared, and which surprised me. Or we might be radared. Now, it's not the Cleveland. Now, it could possibly be a Minotaur behind the island here. Now, if you guys are not aware, I like to play my destroyers quite aggressively at the beginning. I love to get inside these capture zones and get this cap flipped, and if anything, contest it. I like to get in here and do my job as a destroyer. If you guys have seen any of my destroyer videos in the past, I always encourage people, if you can do it, to get inside capture zones and contest it, or cap it, of course, and deal with other destroyers if possible, and of course spot the enemy. Those 3 things, guys, always remember your 3 priorities, as I like to call them: getting in caps, and spotting, as well as hunting other destroyers. Those are your main jobs. And yeah, so you know, that's how you should be playing your destroyers, no matter what ship you're in, no matter what destroyer you're in, rather. So you should always be doing those 3 things. I will always encourage people to be doing that. Now, the enemy is making a bit of a push here. Now that Massachusetts looks like he's hesitating to push in. He's going forward a little bit, but he's not going full speed. I think he's actually turning in, so maybe he is going full speed. Now, we are sending some torpedoes out there. We are leading them, of course. And yeah, now one thing I want to mention, guys, the torpedoes on the Somers are fantastic. 17,000 maximum damage, almost 18,000 maximum damage. I believe that is the highest damage for a destroyer for the Americans. It is quite good indeed. Now, the Somers torpedoes, if you guys build into them, I think the Somers could be an excellent torpedo boat. Now, I might try a torpedo build in the future, but right now I am trying out the gunboat build, since I absolutely love gunboat builds on my American destroyers. Guys, I always, usually when I'm playing my American destroyers, I'm usually always running a gunboat build. All the way up from Farragut all the way up to Fletcher. Gunboat building is the way for me. I believe these American destroyers are meant to gunboat. Now, ships like maybe the Benham or the Charles F. Hughes or the Sims or even the Somers, I think these ships are quite, gimmicky. You guys can swap between gunboat build, or you guys can go play with a torpedo build. And that's what kind of makes the Somers kind of a fun ship, is you don't have to just be a torpedo build. You can go try out other builds too. Like, you can go try out a gunboat build for a bit. And if that don't work for you, you can go try out a torpedo build. And if that don't work for you, you could do a balance. You could put on Gleaves and put some gun perks on or whatever. I like the fact that the Somers is very flexible with that. You guys can try a lot of things out with it. And that's what makes this ship, I think, a really, really nice quality Tier 7 campaign ship. Now, keep in mind, you've only got, I think, a week left to get this ship. This is the last week for the Somers. So if you guys are wondering or going down the comments, that one's asking, how do I get the Somers? Well, you guys need to get it through the Admiralty backing. The campaign there's 100 levels. The only way now at this point to get it is by buying it, which is around $100. So, yeah, to buy it all the way through. Now, luckily for me, I've been logging in every week, doing my weekly Havocs, and over the course of this month, and I've been, grinding away. Now, here's a good gunfight here. Now, keep in mind, we're going to fire off some HE salvos right at the beginning. Now, we are shattering, for some weird reason, a few shells, so we switch over to armor piercing. Now, you guys are probably wondering, wait, why are you using armor piercing on a destroyer? Well, it's a gearing, and as we know, the gearing is quite a thick destroyer. It's got a lot of room for these AP shells to arm, and yeah, it is absolutely fantastic. And there we go. The Ochakov does manage to take out the gearing. So good job to the Ochakov. That Ochakov has been helping quite a bit here. I'm very appreciative. And also, I need to quickly mention that we managed to slip out away from the Massachusetts. We were in a bit of a pickle, but we managed to get out of it. So, yeah. Now, we sent our torpedoes earlier out there, maybe thinking the Massachusetts might pull out. And unfortunately, he's still just sitting there. So, well done to him. Now, we got to watch out for these gearing torpedoes, because the gearing did manage to get them off. So, yeah, it looks like there might be widespreads, or he just got really unlucky torpedo dispersion. So we're going to be able to get right through these pretty nicely here. So now we need to start looking out in front of us because there's a Kleber. Now, what do we know about the Kleber? Well, the Kleber is the fastest destroyer in the game. It's got a lot of hit points. It's got fantastic guns. We got to be very careful. And the Kleber is quite the ship to be fighting. It's a very difficult ship to take out. Even in like a Fletcher, I would say it's quite hard to take out. The Kleber is a very, very good ship from what I hear and from what I have seen. So you gotta be careful. Now, we are trying to get some guns over that island there, but unfortunately, these 5-inch guns just shoot to the moon and down. So that's the one downside I need to point out, too. If you guys have played ships like the Atlanta, the Flint, or even other American destroyers, as you guys are probably aware, the 5-inch guns are quite floaty. They go very high up and they come down at an angle. So that is the unfortunate part as well about these guns. Now, one thing I also would like to talk about is the AA. As you guys have probably saw in the beginning of the video, it has 11 AA stat. It's horrible. The AA is absolutely abysmal. It's a joke. Don't ever turn your AA guns on. There's really no point unless you're already spotted and the carrier's coming to get you anyway. You might as well, but AA is absolutely horrible. As you guys can see in the top left, I have my AA off. There's no point in me keeping it on because it's practically useless. But it's there, but it's pretty much a joke. So yeah, now we see this champagne here, and we are, of course, lobbing out some torpedoes there. There are, a lot of torpedoes coming his way. He's got a 12 big ol' steel American fish heading his way. Now, he does manage to turn in, unfortunately. So I believe all those torpedoes are going to miss, and that's unfortunate. We got to wait forever for the torpedoes to reload, but luckily for us, we can just start shooting our guns here, maybe hopefully get a fire, and turn away. And if we need to, we can always, of course, pop a smoke screen. Now, one thing I need to point out real fast is, unfortunately, the team is fumbling. We are currently 300 points behind. I am trying my best to get into these capture zones and get them flipped because we need to win on points here. We need the points to win this game. And unfortunately, it's just not going to happen because our whole entire team just dies, fumbles, rolls over. And, just sometimes nothing you can do. It's annoying, but, you cannot win them all, unfortunately. I've never met a single player in my whole entire career of World of Warships Legends that have said they've never lost a game. This game is, you're going to lose a lot of games. You're going to win a lot of games. It's just how it is. But, it's unfortunate. So, yeah, now we need to get out of the smoke screen because that champagne is closing the distance. And then I get surprised by the Kleber. I didn't realize he was over here. But then again, remember, he's a very fast destroyer. He can get around the map pretty quickly. And unfortunately, yeah, he was right there. So wasn't expecting that, but we're okay. Our concealment is, of course, pretty good. We've got Eric Bay on, and we've got Look at Me Now. So we've got a bit of concealment perks on that are helping. And, of course, we've got the concealment systems mod as well. So, yeah, a bit of concealment is definitely coming in clutch here. 5.6 concealment. So we're just waiting for our horrible 2-minute reload torpedoes to get back in stock here. And once they are back, we will send them all out there. So yeah, as you guys can see in the top of the leaderboard, we are basically, we are almost bound to lose this game here. Now, we are catching up a little bit, but it's just not going to be enough. The whole entire team does die, and there's just nothing we can do about it. So, yeah, we send 2 narrow spreads and 1 wide spread in the back there. Hopefully we'll hit a few of those torpedoes, but unfortunately we might not. Who knows? We'll have to see. Not going to spoil anything, but yeah. So we're up to 90,000 damage. We have a few spotting ribbons. Got a couple torpedo hits that were on the Massachusetts. And, yeah, we've been doing all right up to this point. This ship is quite a fun ship to play. I don't have any problems with it. It's a little tricky. It's kind of a gimmicky ship, but, yeah. Now, would I prefer the Somers over the Fletcher? In certain situations. I mean, if I'm trying to go out there and hold off a flank and keep torpedoes out there, and if I'm basically going out to hold off a flank, I would probably prefer the Somers because this thing has a lot of torpedoes, and it can dish out a lot of damage with its guns too. It's not a bad ship, but if I was knowing ahead of time if I needed to go gunfight, I would probably take out the Fletcher. The Fletcher, in my opinion, is a better gunboat. I would take out the Fletcher in those kind of situations. Yeah, I'm still figuring out how to play the Somers, and it's not the best gameplay by any stretch of the imagination, but I tried my best, and we are struggling to kill this Kleber. I'm still trying to figure out the weird gun angles. I don't know if this thing has worse dispersion, but it feels like it. But maybe it's just we're unlucky. But it's only a matter of time, buddy, before you go down, and he does go down. He gets a very lucky double fire on us, and that is going to seal our fate. And that is going to be the end of the video. So, yeah, I hope you all did enjoy. If you guys did, punch a like button. Leave a comment below. Subscribe to the channel. It does help out quite a bit. All that stuff. We did rank up a bit, too. There was some extra steel. But, yeah, 113,000 damage, high caliber. I hope you all did enjoy it. Maybe you learned a few things. We were second of the leaderboard. We did try our best. 1,700 base XP on a loss. So, you know, you can't win them all. But anyways, I hope you all did enjoy it. If you guys want to, come check out my stream later on. It's going to be on YouTube. I'm going to be streaming some American Truck Simulator, so look forward to it. But anyways, that's going to be it for me. Yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. Stay healthy, as always.